Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the seventh and final video of this week. That's right, we finally reached the end of this walkthrough of Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2, and it only makes sense to end it off on our usual review. Just some background for those of you who have been with me for some time now. You would know that Fortnite was my first game that I ever played on this channel, and about 5 years ago during lockdown, so I do feel some personal attachment to it. That being said though, I will always try to stay unbiased and impartial, so without further ado, let's get into it. First things first is this new season's battle pass. It's centered around the theme of Greek mythology, with Fortnite having all the creative source in the world and still somehow messing it up. The skins obviously have to have Fortnite's unique touch, it just doesn't seem all too appealing to me personally. And this is coming from a guy who's bought and maxed out every single battle pass since Chapter 1 Season 4. Cerberus, the page 1 and page 2 skin, just looks weird as a skin and probably would have benefited a lot more being a boss on the map, I'd like to think. Aphrodite, the page 3 and 4 skin, is the goddess of love, or should I say the goddess of teenage girls, because that's exactly how they butchered her. Now I know this is a kid's game and they can't exactly display her, assets, but they could have at least stuck to a theme of wearing Greek clothing and not some random skirt and tennis shoes. Poseidon, on the other hand, the page 5 and 6 skin, the god of the sea, is this season's meme skin, and I honestly can't hate or bash this one because it's exactly that. It's just a meme skin and it's quite worth the laugh. Medusa, the page 7 and 8 skin, is quite decent to be very epic. The snakes, her eyes, her stature, everything is so cool about her, with the only thing that throws me off being her robe that just seems not to fit her. And then we come to Zeus, the page 9 and 10 skin, the god of thunder. He's the whole centerpiece of this season and he's not even the tier 100 skin. It's good though, don't get me wrong, but some of his cosmetics are just shoddy and don't even correlate to him at all. Artemis, the page 11 and 12 skin, who's redesigned entirely by Fortnite's touch, having hints of galaxy on her, is my second favorite skin in the whole battle pass. And I quite like her and the style she has because she's colorful. And lastly, we have Hades, the page 13 and 14 skin, the tier 100 skin and the god of the underworld. If this isn't some off-brand chaos agent, I don't know what is, because this looks hideous. I'm almost tempted to say it's the worst tier 100 skin we've gotten in a while, and Zeus rather should have been the tier 100 skin. But as for the secret skin this season though, we have Avatar Korra. Now this is the only thing that's made me even get the battle pass, as growing up I did watch a lot of Avatar The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, and recently the live action, so it's safe to say she's my favorite skin. Overall though, I did give it an 8 out of 10 with Korra swaying the vote heavily. Battle Royale. As for Battle Royale, there aren't too many changes. The map changes remain minimal, with the same POIs from last season still being there, alongside the introductions of the Underworld, Grimgate, Mount Olympus and Brawler's Battleground. As for gameplay tweaks, some guns have been removed, some new ones have been added, but they don't really affect the weapon pool all too greatly, but do offer a greater variety, which is always nice. Bunkers now spawn around the map containing 3 epic chests and mod benches, which is cool. Supply drops are back too, which is a nice reintroduction. There are new medallions too, but they offer no shield regeneration but rather abilities, which was a nice balance to last season's problem when you'd have one guy carrying all 5 and just being untouchable. They aren't as good though, so they don't really encourage going to those POIs too, which is something I like because they force people to spread out and discover the other POIs. The big standouts of the season are the 2 new items though. Zeus's Thunderbolt sounds good as a concept, but that reality that the last bolt will always hit through builds and that you're left vulnerable whenever you do use it is quite off-putting. The wings of Icarus are also not that good, but with limited mobility in this season, you're forced to always carry a pair, leaving you open to getting shot down out of the sky, as there are a ton of animations that lock you into them. The wind umbrella is good too, I like the colors. But all in all, it makes for a good season ahead in terms of gameplay, so I'm excited. Zero builds. There isn't much to touch on about zero builds that wasn't already covered in the Battle Royale section. However, the idea that you'll be out in the open and get sniped across the map with all 3 of Zeus's Thunderbolts now encourages incredible positioning and accuracy, which is good, punishing those who use the bolts. Ranked. The ranked is still quite simple. Rank gets reset, there's nothing else to it. I will say though, I do miss the arena days, as those days did feel more rewarding and punishing, making it all the more competitive and fun in its own right. On to LEGO Fortnite. This game mode has changed quite a bit since it was first introduced and had me losing track of time replaying it. They introduced fishing, which really isn't all that, but just the feel of coming back to the game and some tweaks such as larger stacks and greater durability made it feel all the more worth playing. They did also bring in these new LEGO sets you can buy from the item shop, which just scream money grab, and I'm not a fan. While it's still incredibly repetitive and grindy, giving you that Minecraft burnout of only playing maybe like once every month, it's still incredibly fun, and it was some of the most fun I've had in a while playing it. Rocket racing. I don't even want to talk about this mode, because aside from ridiculous prices of the cosmetics in the shop, this game mode hasn't changed for months. There's been no updates, no revamps, no nothing, no new tracks, nada. Hence, me only playing it for about 10 minutes before I knew that this wasn't going anywhere. Lastly, we have Fortnite Festival. As someone who's not as good as these kinds of games, I will say that I do always tend to have fun playing these games anyway. They bring in frequent new instrument kits into the shop, which are crazily priced by the way. I do however like how they now have daily refreshing jam packs, giving you an access to a wide variety of songs to try out for free. The verdict. The season has just started and I'm excited to see where it goes. Whilst filming other video game walkthroughs, I personally will come back to play the odd game with some friends here and there. As such, it's only fair I give the new season an 8 out of 10 for the fun factor and Korra alone. I want to hear from you guys, whether you're playing the season 2 or watched along with my walkthroughs throughout the week. What would you rate it? What do you like about the season so far? What don't you like? Comment down below. As well as drop some suggestions of games you'd like to see me review and walk through in the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you all for watching.